Evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday. All right. Halfway through the week. Now, welcome to episode 2. This is where I'm going to show you how to go through a liquidation box. And what's special about this one is this is not a source from Amazon lot, but I did get this from liquidation.com. It is not, sorry, let me reiterate. It is not a source from Amazon seller. It's a different seller, and I'll show you who it is. Get an idea. So let's use here. I was going to tape this. I know you guys wanted to see it, so I figured why not do it live? Just show you guys what I get. So let's see. Catherine was first. How you doing? Adam, D. Mays, Lizanne, Sunshine News, Charlotte, Joni, Four Oaks, Tony M. What's up, guys? All right, so I'm kind of doing this one before how I search for product, but I am going to open this just because I want to make sure everything's in here. I have not broken the seal on this, but I'm going to show you a couple things. So keep me honest if I miss something. I'm going to show you how I go through the lot, how I get the lot into my Excel sheet, and then how I kind of look at the items as I go through them to give me an idea of what I'm going to list first. And I'm going to show you a couple misconceptions about the manifest to watch out for as you're looking for products. So kind of a segue into episode 3. And as we go forward, if you guys have questions, as always, ask them in the chat. Let me pull it up here because I'm going to have to close my computer screen kind of as we go through it. I realized I was going to broadcast from my phone, but I had already started on the laptop. So let me get the chat up on my phone, and we'll get down to business. All right, so let me pull this up, make sure the sound's off. Sound's not off. All right. All right, so I'm going to screen share first, and I'm going to show you what I bought. I'm going to show you the auction price, and I'm going to show you basically what I do. Now, consider this what I do from when I get the box. So when I get the box, I go back into my liquidation transactions. And basically, let me go back here. I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. But if you go on the left hand, your account is on the left-hand side. It's called My Account. It's on the left-hand side of the bar here, or at the top. Here, let me pull it up. I'm pulling it up right now. Screen share, and let's get started. All right. Did day one filter in? Do we get enough time for people to come in here? Just make sure that all those that wanted to come are here when I crack the seal. Hey, Pac-Man, what's going on? Blackberry, what's up? All right, so this is a new one for me. New one for me. It's a brand new seller. I'm kind of nervous just because I looked up one of the items. It went for pretty cheap, so I'm hoping to make my money back pretty easily, but we'll see. All right, so I'm going to screen share right here. I'll follow along. Ask questions as we go. And let's see here. All right. So here is the lot I purchased. You can see here, this is where you go into My Account. If you want to go back to your transactions, once you click here, your My Transactions is going to be on this side of the page. So once you go do that, then it brings up all your past orders. And then you just click on the one you want. This was the latest one I bought. So I spoke about the video I uploaded today. This, my winning bid was $110. I paid 10% on top of that for buyer's premium. And then I paid shipping, which I believe was around $43. Crazy card, how's it going? So what I do next is I go here and I click on Manifest History. This is what is supposed to be in the lot. Now, if you've done your homework before bidding or buying on the lot, you would have gone through here and looked at what you're supposed to be getting in the box. Well, as I'm going through it, I kind of bid pretty quickly. It was a good price. This is what I like, guys. This is what we are going to be looking for. the Joy-Con controllers. That is going to be the saving grace. Hopefully it's not switched out. It's not missing pieces, but we'll see. And I want to bring up one example, and this is imperative that you guys do your homework before bidding and buying. iLive. iLive's kind of an okay brand, not the greatest, but I'm seeing iLive as the second item at the top. Now look at this. Retail price, $79. Let me flip over real fast before I show you what I do next. So let me just pull up. I searched it already. So I searched it here. You can see the last one that sold, and there was only one sale, was March 30th, and it was $27, 28 bucks. So nowhere near. Oh, switched over. All right, hold on. Why did it do that? Go back. See if that flipped back here. I was trying to show eBay. If you search for that stuff on eBay, oh, why did it do that? It kicked out. Maybe I clicked on it by accident. Try again. Okay. Go back here. All right, so that is the item. See if it flips. That's the item, 28 bucks. So in the manifest, it was showing 79. But you can see here, there's barely any movement on it. And assuming it's functional, this is the second item, and they rated it at $80. But to not rabbit hole anymore, let's get back. All right. So you can see who I bought it from. This is Retail West-BW. You can click on their seller returns. They've completed over 10,000 transactions, so that's pretty good. 5 years and 6 months selling for, and they're 10,000 plus transactions. So that is pretty good. I'm okay with that. But first time I've ever gone off a non-Amazon supplier direct to liquidation.com. So that's the seller. It came from Vegas, and they are returns. All right, so let's go back to my manifest. We're going to click on this. Yeah, Catherine, I'm getting the same thing. eBay's showing me page not found. I don't know why. All right, so here we go. Basically, what I do is I copy and paste the manifest, or I copy it all, right? Copy just to the bottom right before the total is. And I'm going to copy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my Google Sheets, and I'm going to paste it in. Paste. All right, it lines up. Look at that. And I want to keep my font. I'm going to say values only. So this is the manifest, and this allows me to track. I can increment from my last lot number. This is going to be lot 120. There you go. So that's all lot 120. And then I fill this in, auction number, and then that fills in from the summary tab. So there you go. That's how I'm going to keep track. This is how I go through and kind of double check my manifest versus what I start to list on eBay. So you can see, I'll show you in another video how I do that. But that's how I keep track of my lots. I paste it in there, and there it is. Bingo. All right. So let's get back. All right. So that's step one. Paste in the manifest into the spreadsheet. And that's going to be used for ticking off the products later as you list. But obviously, keep in mind the top items that you want to see in there, you want to find those right away. I believe you have 2 days to claim if anything's missing to open a dispute from a date of receiving your lot from liquidation. All right. Make sure I get the questions up. Let me get this, what is it, kind of angled so I can see what you guys are doing. And let's get this going. All right. Start it. All right. Get that up there. Small box, one lot. Here, you'll see in a second. And this came from, it looks like it came from their warehouse in Vegas. On Alexander Road. So they're probably housing the product for them, for that seller. But there you can see right there, there's the box. There's a sticker on it. But it's a different box. I've never seen one of these before. Can you guys see that all right? If it looks a little funky in the chat, let me know. Or funky in the video, let me know. But let me stand over here. All right. So you can see it's kind of busted already, which is okay. The tape stays on pretty well, but I have not touched it since I received it about a little over 2 days ago. All right. So there it is. Now this is different. This is the first time in liquidation lot I've received one of these, but it is the manifest. And you can see they basically just printed it out. Now what you could do is you can match it up against the electronic sheet, but I'm probably not going to do anything with that. But this is what it looked like in the picture. So that's I want to say comforting, but what I'm going to do is we'll walk through some of the items and I'll tell you kind of where I'm nervous, things to look out for when you're buying stuff, and what not to do. So look at these. A couple of these are already opened. You know, you got headphones here, or some random wire headphones. When you find headphones or cords, usually if you have a store or retail storefront or locally, if you do stuff well, you can get rid of them. But if you're going online, like some of this no-name electronic cords and stuff probably won't do you any good unless you lock them up. So a lot of this random, those probably aren't going to do me any good. So some car, a bunch of those. So what I try to do is I try to go through them and I try and lay them out. So I'm going to lay these on the floor. These are all opened, as you can see, but I'm going to put them and lot them together in like types. Let's do that. Headphones and cords, some random remote. There you go. So an Apple Pen, there you go. That's not too bad. Bingo. Now, I don't know if it's missing anything, probably instructions, but with just the pen, we might be okay. Yeah, no packing in this, Adam. It looks like it was snug enough that it was all right. So that, gosh darn it. All right. Didn't break it. All right, so that's good. So this stuff that I know I want to list right away, I'm going to set off to the side here, and we'll get that listed. I would have opened it as quick as possible since Pac-Man. All right, random electronics. So there you got a couple days. I stay away from headphone lots. Headphone lots I hate unless they're high-end, but like this stuff, I'm going to have to test all these. I'm probably not even going to touch these. Lightning cables, again, cables, don't like. Do not restock. See, these are all returns, so someone probably returned it and they put that sticker on there. Showed you that. Another cord. All right, Polaroid paper. Some Polaroids do really well if you find them. This is the zinc paper. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but Pac-Man, I sold cords for a while and they did pretty good. Ton of small sales. Oh yeah, some cords don't work really well. You just got to be careful with those. Optical cable. HDMI cord, you can see the cord is busted right there. So you can see it's bent already. So what's nice is when you're going through this lot, throw stuff away as you're going through it already. That's going to get thrown away. Another HDMI cord there. More headphones, JBL. So that's so I set my Apple Pen aside, my Polaroid aside. I'm gonna set these aside. So JBL, those are good. And especially, guys, if you're doing liquidation at high volume, you want to get your higher priced items up as quick as possible. Test them, get them up and sold. The lower price stuff like this, random headphones, those aren't going to get you much. I wouldn't even bother with those. I would only bother with them maybe at a garage sale or locally. Lot all the extra stuff up, maybe get rid of them pretty quick. But yeah, those, I wouldn't touch those. All right, so here's what I'm looking for. That is the top item. This is why I bought it. Pac-Man says it looks like Walmart returns. All right, so you can see with these, the better the colors, the better. The gray is probably, if you find these in gray, I was getting, I think, $50 for them. The colors you can get anywhere between 50 and 70 depending on condition. But there's two things that come with them. You come with two of these connectors in here, slide things, and then you get two of the controllers, obviously. But what's comforting is that all the pieces are here. The only thing that isn't is the packing, which is fine. So I have everything in here. This is what I wanted. This will probably make me at least 60 to 70% of my money instantaneously. And those sell really fast. That is a secret tip. Find these when you can get them because they go. All right. See, all these cords, guys. You stay away from cords. I don't like them. Another cassette adapter. This was a lot of filler. A lot of junk filler in this one. But that's all right because as long as it has the higher end products I want to look like. Another JBL headphone. It's open. You can see the cord hanging there. But these are Focus headphones. Focus 100s. A lot of times people just don't like the headphones or they don't like the way they fit and they work just fine. But just be very careful. 95% of the headphones I've ever received have been shorted. Calculator. Ooh, a remote. It's probably worth next to nothing. Let's get some more smaller stuff out here. Ear pods with the wired ear pods. Probably so many knockoffs of those. Those would be hard to sell. I've received these all the time. These aren't worth more than $5. All right, now I got the big stuff left. You can see right there. All the smalls are out of it. So let's go through some of the big stuff. Oh yeah, the pen and the controller alone, I'll profit. All right, GM headphones. Those do okay. I mean, not great, but some money. Those are your iLive headphones, not the $80 ones, but let's see more stereo headphones. These feel really cheap. So as you go through these lots, you start to learn what the stickers are. And I saw in the chat someone said it looked like Walmart returns. So I don't know what this sticker is. Let's see. Anybody know what those stickers are? Can't really see. There you go. But yeah, a lot of these iLive headphones. Though these are probably all shot. Now here we go. That'll do okay. Xbox One chat headset. I'm gonna set that aside. So again, I want to reiterate: when you go through this, the hard work starts because you're gonna have to test all of it. I'm gonna have to test everything, every little item of this, and check if it works. So this is a 2-in-1 car air vent phone mount. It looks unused based on it looks used. It looks like something popped off the back. Sony headphones, those could be okay. Those are probably about $30 if I remember correctly. MDX, MDRs. ZX 1100s. So I'm going to set those over here. So this is my list immediately pile. iHome speaker. There you go. A lot of times with either these speakers, either the speaker's blown out or it's the internal battery won't charge. But there's some speakers I've received that have worked flawlessly. So it's hit or miss. And that's why I'm scared of speakers. So lots just because of these. If you find them in your lots and they work, great. But there's some platinum ones. I think they're 1,000, 1,100 models. They sell for upwards between 70 and $90. But it's free money if they work. Don't base a purchase off these because either a lot of times they snap in the band, they snap on the connector, they're shorted on the headset, one side doesn't work, or the battery's dead. So these, I do not like those at all, but I will test them. But I won't buy them just because of that. All right, Xbox One controller. There we go. I didn't realize this was in there. So this is I don't know so you got to watch with these Xbox and games and electronics. Look at the model numbers. know your electronics, know your game systems, what the newest versions are, what the older models are, because someone might be touting the Xbox 360 when the newest model is an Xbox One. So just make sure you do your homework on the models. Another crappy set of headphones. Afterglow headsets. Again, Xbox does pretty well. So you got Xbox One. Probably worth a couple bucks there. I'll test that. And you can see none of these stickers, none of the boxes had the manifest stickers that I told you about. So this is being the other seller. They did not have your liquidation manifest stickers on it. Tony, what's going on? All right, so X-Talk compatible with Xbox 360. It looks deceiving. You think it's an Xbox 360 product. Kind of has the Turtle Beach feel to it, as well as what the last headset I just showed you. But those are Dream Gear's okay. It's a little lower brand in my opinion than some of the other game systems. So we'll throw that in a potential test/trash pile. And the last thing I got is this. These are the Platinum headphones. So these are the ones that were the $100, the $80 MSRP. All right, let me move you back down. So let's just go through an example. I'll open these up for you. But that's everything I received. So you can see here, let me throw this box back. All right. So that's how I go through a lot. So this is all the stuff I'm going to test, and I'm going to list right away. These are my money makers, depending if they work. That is, see, all that is potentially the excess, potentially not working, junky junk. And then my trash pile of the stuff that doesn't work right away, that stuff is going to go in the trash. Oops. So now the next step, really, now we're going to go through and test it. I'm not going to test it here with you, but I will show you these headphones that they touted at a $80 MSRP. All right, let's look through that. All right, so let's look through this. I'll give you an idea of what to expect for liquidation returns. And again, some of these are brand new. Like you saw the parts here. I actually have a switch I can test these with, but I've never had any issues lately with that. As you start to become familiar with certain types of products and liquidation, stick to those products. And then the newer products that come in those lots that were the ancillary stuff, you can learn through already making money on your money-making items, if that makes any sense. So basically, since I know this item, I buy this every time. I have other items that come in the box that I don't know about, and that become my other money-making items that I'm going to buy, that I'm going to Liquidation Kings to shoot me the trash. So that's how I learn the products. I stick to those products. So this is the headphones I just opened. It has still the slip sheet in it, as well as the instructions. And then here's the headphones. So there you go. Not too bad. A lot of times with headphones too, guys, they'll snap on the corners. The tops will come snapped, or internally the battery's dead or it's shorted. Oh, there you go. There you go. You can see right there. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. It's totally someone smashed it. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And that's what it looks like. So no harm, no foul. These are pretty much junk. Have you ever bought without pulling comps, just off experience? Yes. So Pac-Man, that's kind of what I did here. I knew based on my buy price and this, and there was some Xbox stuff in here, like the controllers. Controllers sell broken or working. So if a non-working controller, I can get anywhere between 15 and 20, depending on the model. But if it works, gosh, I can't figure out how this gets back in. If it works, yes. So Pac-Man, that's where I start to learn the items, and you learn when and how they sell. I will just buy right off that. Now, if I'm looking in tools, or if there's a top high-priced item in that manifest, I will have to pull a comp, because if it's a high-priced item, I want to make sure it's a moneymaker. Will Sony replace damage like some companies? I've not tried Sony. I know Skull Candy does, but I have tried JBL. I did show them my liquidation receipt, and it worked. But don't bank on a manufacturer replacing a product. But no, I've not tried Sony. Sony's pretty intense. J7, what's up? Yeah, so that's what I got, guys. So I'm gonna go through and test it. If this all works, I'm probably not even gonna touch the stuff on the floor. I might. Comps are probably gonna be a couple bucks. But think about it, I'm gonna have to test all of it. So how much time do you want to put in to make the money? The iLive stuff and those cassette players, those cassette adapters to your 3.5 millimeter jacks, those are worth a couple quarters, if that. But why do people buy broken controllers? Yeah, so there's people, I mean, just like if there's any market for broken stuff, that's a great question, Adam. But, you know, broken, I've had people buy, all they do is they buy broken TI-83 pluses, TI-83s, and they'll fix them and resell them. People buy electronics, they'll buy PlayStations, Xbox controllers, they'll fix them, they'll mod them, they'll use them for parts. Just same as computer people buy broken stuff there as well. They want the parts on them, or they'll fix them and resell them. They have the knowledge, and they know that there's a specific item with this controller where this button might break all the time, and they know I can switch it out in 10 minutes and quadruple my money. So yeah, there's a big market for broken, at least broken electronics, high-end stuff. Now, if it's broken little cords like that, no one's going to want to buy that. But high-end on the manifest, stuff that sells for a couple $100, like the Sennheiser headphones, you could sell those broken all day. I've sold broken Sennheiser, I don't know how to say the name, $150 on a broken pair. Oh, I've been watching you for a little bit, but I feel disrespected here. Can we please change out your Ohio State shirt for a Alabama shirt? I do not have any Alabama. If I find one, Tiffany, I will put an Alabama t-shirt on the mannequin. Hook 'em horns. Do I have any? I don't have any Austin stuff. I like the way you think, Tiff. All right, so that's how I go through this stuff. I'll do another video and show you guys now what I'm going to do. Obviously, I'm going to test it, but as I go through and list it, I'm going to use that Excel sheet. I'm going to put what I list for in the price, and it's going to weed out the items that I didn't list yet, and I'll look for those and see where they're at in the box if they're not there, and it'll flush out pretty fast what I didn't receive. So that's it, guys. That's how I go through a box. That's how I sort it. Immediately throw stuff away that doesn't work. Learn your items. Learn what sells broken. Learn what looks broken. And use your time wisely. Use your time on testing and selling. For me, I'm not going to sell a dollar item. If it's broken, I'm not going to put the time in to test it. If I'm making my money back, I'm going to toss it. Rusted Tony, my box was, I think, 160. Is that right? 160. So 160 all in. That was after shipping, buyer premium, and auction. So that's kind of why I bought it. But so stay tuned, guys. We're gonna call this. Comment down below or whatever you guys think in the chat. What should we call this? I had one box before that was crappy. We call it the worst box ever. Just so you guys can follow this when I do more videos to let you know how this box is going, and you can follow along if I'm profiting or I'm losing. But all right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for episode 3, and we'll talk to you guys later. See ya.